You were hanging out with your group of friends. Your group of friends were made out of 4 pairs of twins. Well, actually, no. 2 pairs of twins and another 2 boys. Penelope and Philip, Emily and Emma, Joseph and Jake. Joseph was clearly obsessed with you ever since you guys were best friends when you were little kids. You didn't see it at first, but now as you grown older, it's become really clear to you. He's always been super clingy, and every time when Philip or Jake tries to talk to you, he brushes them off. It was pretty obvious that he liked you, but you weren't interested. You had your eye on another boy, Armin. He was super quiet and shy. You liked that type of boy. But Joseph wouldn't stop. He always tried to make advances of you, try to kiss you, all of that. And always super clinging. Always trying to hold your hand, always hugging you for the longest. When you guys finally turned 14, you guys met in a flower patch. You were thinking of a way to repay your mother and your grandmother. Your mother and your grandmother pitched in to buy you a really, really pretty necklace. It was made out of flowers, out of plastic, gold, and diamonds. Even though it was plastic and wasn't real, it was very, very pretty. So, you quickly got 2 bouquets of flowers. You know your mother's favorite flowers and you know your grandma's favorite flowers. They always took care of you after your father ran away and died. As you were picking flowers, Emily and Emma, Philip and Penelope had to go back home, so this left you and Joseph. You had a very unsteady feeling. As you were finished, you tied up the bouquet. As you were getting up, you bent down to pick it up, and then you felt someone's arms around your waist. You turned around to see it was Joseph. "Oh, hey, Joseph," you said in a very, very scared tone. He was inches away from your face. "Listener, there's something I need to tell you." He said he took one of his hands from your waist and rubbed it against your cheek. "Listener, I love you so, so much." He said leaning for a kiss, but you quickly pushed him off. "I'm sorry, Joseph, I don't feel the same," you blurted out. "What do you mean you can't feel the same?" "I mean, I don't love you like that. I have a crush on someone else. I'm sorry." Joseph was always a pick-me boy. He always made sure no one could say no to him. Most of the girls in your home village was in love with him, but he chose you. I don't know why. When I was writing this, side note, I don't know why, but when I was writing this story in my script, I was thinking I was getting Gaston vibes from Beauty and the Beast. I don't know why. Back to the story. He was so angry. "Listen, why can't you just date me already?" "I'm sorry, I don't like you like that." He started running away. But then he gave chase. He was trying to escape him. You went to the forest. You grabbed him by your wrist, but you quickly kicked him into private parts, and he kept running. After he fully recovered, he was so mad he picked up a stone. Then, he finally came up to you and bashed you on the head over and over again. When he stopped, he realized what he had done, and quickly ran away. Your bloody corpse was sooner or later found by your mother when she went looking for you because you didn't return. You had multiple head wounds. Your skull was completely crushed. When examined by medical experts, when they pushed your forehead, they could feel absolutely nothing. It was so dense like water. So, guys, sorry if there's any background noises. My neighbor's like throwing a party or something, and my windows are open, and I don't, because if I close them, it's going to be too hot in here. Back to the story. Your mom was completely devastated, and she knew it was Joseph. He always told her about Joseph, but she decided it was just a friend thing. Sooner or later, all the friends were saying Joseph was the only one left with you. But Joseph kept on denying it. His mother and family denies it either, saying it's probably like a psychopathic killer. After your death, you came back from the dead. People report hearing weird noises coming from the forest, shuffling, and sometimes even whispers. When you realize what your powers can do, you constantly gave Joseph nightmares about killing you, always taunting him, saying it was his fault, to the point where he accidentally committed suicide. Of course, you didn't feel bad for it. He was the one who murdered you. Well, one day, your soul was attached to your bracelet. So one day, you were sitting in the trees where your bracelet was. The people who found your body didn't pick it up. You saw a boy with blonde hair and blue eyes pick up your bracelet. He examined it closely. What's this? He said. Such a pretty little bracelet. Why would anyone leave it out here? He looked around and see no one was around to claim it, so he just brought it back, taking your soul with him. He put on the bracelet after he washed it. Well, from that day on, your soul was attached to him. You always made people have strange dreams or make strange occurrences happen. Sometimes he was just looking for something to eat, and someone would yell to Captain Levi about floating food. Captain Levi would say they were probably like drunk or something until he saw it first, and he knew he wasn't high or drunk. These noises were coming from the library, where Armin placed the bracelet in the book, because he knew that probably someone would steal it. So he placed it in the book just to be sure. So he basically haunted the library. People always complain about the ghost there. Captain Levi sent Armin to look at it. I was completely scared of ghosts. Hello? Is anyone in here? He said as he opened the door. No answer. He was getting scared. If someone's there, can you show me a sign? He said in a steady voice. He decided to show him a sign. He quickly dropped the book. That's probably just an accident. He dropped 2 more books. Okay, there's definitely something here. He thought for a moment and left the room. He told Captain Levi what happened, and Captain Levi had no clue what to do. He suggested that there should be some way to contact the spirit. So, Armin suggested a Ouija board. He was terrified at this idea of being alone. But Captain talked him into it. He got a piece of cardboard, write the letters. Sorry guys about that. My little brother and my cousin are still playing nurse, and they're yelling at me to let them in because one's chasing the other. Anyways guys, back to the story. You saw Armin with the Ouija board. It was the perfect way to get in contact with him. He was joined by 2 other people. One with glasses, an eye patch, and a ponytail. One with dark short hair, wearing a red scarf, and one with another short hair. He called them Armin, Hanji, and Mikasa. So he was guessing that those are names. So Hanji said in an excited tone, "Is anyone here?" You stopped for a moment and he moved to yes. "Oh, this is so exciting. Are you a new ghost?" You moved the thing down and put it back to yes. This is so new. Finally. Now tell me, listener, were you murdered or suicide? Hanji, you can't ask that out of the blue, Armin said. Oh, come on. You stopped for a moment and put the letters on K-I-L-L-E-D, which spelled killed. Oh, she was murdered. If you don't mind, can you spell out how you was killed? You spelled out rock to the skull. So, Done. Smashed your head with a rock? You move your thing to yes. That's completely terrible. Why would someone do this? You spelled the words obsession with me. Someone was obsessed with you and they killed you? Why? You spelled out rejection. So let me get this straight. So a person who was completely obsessed with you killed you with a rock to the skull after you rejected them. You move your thing to yes. Oh my God. Can you show yourself, please? I want to learn so much more about you. The more didn't move, and then you spelled the word sure. Next thing you know, a light flashed. So bright, Aaron complained. Then, there was you standing on the table. Your clothes were completely ripped, and your head was still bleeding. And you still had your shoes on, which were tattered. We waved high in the mouth. Can you see me? Armin was shocked. Mikasa was about to fall off her chair. Aaron was phased. And Hanji just nodded her head. Okay, good. I don't want there any be more complications, he said with a smile. Armin had a heart attack. One, because he'd never seen a ghost before, and two, your smile was absolutely adorable. He could just stare at you for hours and hours on end. Great. So, listener, can you mind answering me some questions? So tell me, why are you haunting here? Well, I'm not exactly haunting. Someone brought me here. By accident, I suppose, he said. Oh, who brought you here? You quickly pointed at Armin. I did? He nodded your head. When you brought the bracelet you found in the forest, my soul was attached to it. It was the bracelet my mother and my grandmother pitched in to get me before I died. I was in the field picking out flowers until this guy confessed to me, and you know the story. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, he said. It's okay. You had nothing to do with it. Oh, listener, come on. Hanji quickly grabbed her hand. Huh? Where are you going? I had so much test to run. Test? Yeah. I can learn so much about you, and maybe even the afterlife, and maybe we can see, if there's any way to bring you back from the dead. You shook your head. There's no way to bring me back. I can still be here, though. Well, that's one question answered. After a couple of minutes, testing went on and on for hours. She did small tests, nothing like cutting off your limbs, nothing that she would do to Aaron. When you left the room, everyone was staring at you as you walked down the hallway. You quickly located Armin back in the library. He was reading a book. Hey, Armin. He literally jumped. Oh my God! Oh, listener. It's just you. You scared me. Sorry, he said. It's alright. What you reading about? Oh, just actually reading about a book about ghosts. Well, can you confirm some facts for me, if you don't mind? I don't want to take up any of your time. Armin, are you forgetting? I'm dead. I have all the time in the world. Right, sorry. No need to apologize. Scoot over so I can sit. You sat down next to him and told him about facts. You and him talked all day long. After he came back from practice, you guys did that same thing over and over again, to the point where you fell asleep on Armin's chest. When Hanji walked in to see you and ask you more questions, she saw you sleeping on Armin's chest, and Armin was totally knocked out too. She was over ecstatic to see you two lovebirds. She invented a new thing that she called a camera. She quickly got to work and took a picture and rushed out before anyone could see her. She showed to everyone. Everyone started laughing and making jokes about you two lovebirds. When you woke up, everyone was constantly asking questions about you dating Armin, and they asked Armin about dating you. You guys quickly denied this, but they constantly told you about the picture Haji took. Well, little did you know. Well, Joseph actually survived his suicide. When he tried to hang himself, he didn't choke himself all the way before he could die. He was actually in the servant corps and recognized you immediately. And you recognized him. You made eye contact with him when he was talking to the crowd. You gulped and hid behind Armin. Joseph was still pissed to see it. He still was totally obsessed with you and in love with you. He even tried to make out with your corpse once. This was not mentioned the first time, guys. Sorry. I forgot to mention the first time. After he killed you, he decided to make out with your corpse. When he was dead, you saw this, you were completely disgusted with him. But you didn't want to be around him. So he told Armin that he had to go. Joseph quickly chased after you. You being a ghost, he quickly disappeared. When he asked Armin where he was, he asked why you wanted to know. He said, "It's none of your goddamn business. They're very important to me and I need to know." Okay, sorry, but if you may ask again, why? Because I'm their boyfriend, of course. Armin's heart shattered into a million pieces. You're their boyfriend? He felt like he was going to cry. Yeah, now tell me what they are. I think I saw them in the mess hall. He said he went back to the library. He sat down near a pile of books, and tears began to fall. He had liked you so long. Well, not very long. He only knew you for 2 days, but he felt like he knew you for 7 years. He wanted to spend the rest of his life with you, but you already had a boyfriend. You appeared to him in the library. Armin, why are you crying? Don't touch me, listener. What? Did I do something? No, it's not you. I like you a lot, listener. I really do. No, I don't like you. I love you, but you already have a boyfriend, so my words were meaningless. Armin, wait. Yes, I don't even have a boyfriend. But Joseph said. Don't listen to Joseph said. He was the same one who murdered me. He said. What? Yes, he was the same one I told you about when he was obsessing with me. It's the same Joseph. He was lying when he said we were dating. I can't stand him. Oh, I never date him. Not if he was the last guy on earth. And if I did have to date someone, I would date you, Sally. He said. Now Fish's face was completely red. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. He laughed. As you guys were talking, Joseph busted into the room. Listener. Joseph, you said, as he looked like he was about to face off. Baby, come here, he said, trying to hide the fact that he murdered you all those years ago. Get off of me, he said, shoving him. But baby, why? Stop, I'm not your baby. I don't even like you like that. Like I told you before, and it never changed. You think I'm gonna love you after you killed me? You're too obsessive. I love Armin, not you. You love him? That little freaking wimp? How can you love him, not me? He's a good for nothing little wimp. He's not even strong enough to fight off titans. No, he was angry. Well, he has a heart, unlike you. He actually shows people that he cares, doesn't murder them because they don't like him back. It's just not fair. Fair? Fair? You said, screaming. Your eyes were blue, but now they're completely red. The library started shaking. Books off the shelf started floating, and so did the table and chairs. You'd grown claws. Now, Aaron was terrified, and so was Joseph. He threw a chair at him, hitting him directly in the face, causing a couple of teeth to fall out, because he hit him with such blunt force. He quickly left the room and fled when he threw another table at his head. But he wasn't done. Not for a long shot. You followed him down the hallway. He was crying and begging you to stop. But that made you chase him more. You wanted him to feel the same pain that you did when he murdered you. When you caught up to him, you decided to give him a taste of his own medicine. You spawned a rock in your hand. He knew exactly what he was doing. Wait, listener, stop! I'm sorry, You constantly bashed him in the head. Before he was about to do a final blow, he felt an arm stop you. You turned around to see it was Armin. Listener, please don't do this. This isn't you. Please calm down. You dropped a rock. You're lucky I love him so much and decided to spare you. Aaron grabbed Joseph by the collar and dragged him to Captain Levi. When he came out, he had a petrified look on his face and bandages, but he wasn't done with him. Not for a long shot. He made a deal with the Titan. He gave him a piece of meat, and he went over to the HQ, swallowed Joseph, and walked off. And that's exactly what it came to. And now they say they can't say that you was involved. But you didn't tell Armin this, because you know he would be upset if you ever did tell him. But you and Armin eventually became couple and started dating. Even though you couldn't go on proper dates, sometimes he would sneak off into the woods and have good dates. But Captain Levi always finds out and scolds you for this, but he didn't let that stop you guys. And you guys had the best time of your lives anyways. Well, your unlives. Hey guys, so that's the end of the story. Sorry for my audio because I'm cutting off. There was many things going around in my background. Stomping, people calling me my name because I didn't want you guys to find out what my name was. Hello. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.